Here we are in Coventry for the European finals with a top 16 finalist who pulls the most amazing card.
And look at the front.
And oh, he's so pretty.
Oh, he is.
And, well, might as well show us what you played, Charlie.
I played Lord Slag, or Lord Slug. We all know what he does. So, active main, take a life, gains critical, awaken, draw 2. And when you swing, draw a card. And then one of my favourite things to say, drop to drop. You drop a card, and I drop a card. And I just neg your hand size. And nobody thought I'd do well with this. And in fact, I didn't even think I'd do well with this. Shout out to my friend Jordan, who's over there playing draft at the moment. He told me, go and play this. I was thinking about playing U6 Broly, and at the last minute, I backed out because I realised play with what you know. I've been playing Slug for a good 4 or 5 months. I love this deck. I love everything it does. I'm really happy with it. And yeah, it got me 14th in Swiss. I played a really good Grade 8 blue deck in top 16. Big story though, I accidentally, remember this guys, write your deck list correctly, because I had a lot of pressure on me to write my deck list out quickly, and I wrote one of my sideboard cards in the main, and that got me a game 1 loss in top 16, but that's fine. At the end of the day, it was my fault. I should have got here quicker, I should have wrote my deck out quicker, and I shouldn't have panicked. But at the end of the day, I got top 16 with this, and everything was copacetic.
Yep.
Before we do the deck profile, do you want to do this, or do you want to do the deck profile?
Do deck profile first.
Deck profile first. So, 4 copies of Wings, the morale booster. I got 3 in foil. I just need 1 more and it completes it.
Really self-explanatory.
Best card of the deck. Really good. When you play this card, it gains barrier. So apart from Gogeta, nothing can really touch this. And then he reduces the energy cost of all Slug's army in your hand by 1. And you can only play 1 at a time, unfortunately. But it doesn't matter because this guy can just make the deck run. And I love this card. I've heard a rumour going around, people saying, oh, this should be dropped to 1. If that happens, I'll be fuming, genuinely. 2's Wayne. Now,
free blocker,
but it also works as a great Bond 2 effect, because most of this deck relies on Bond. If you can't find this, you can play this for nothing, and then play Young Again Slug for 4 energy. I know it costs a lot, but it still gets your plays off, and it's just good to have.
Yeah.
This I cut from 4 to 3 just before I arrived, is Lord Slug Return to Form. I know a lot of people play this at 4, I play it at 3 because you need more space in the deck for other things. It's good for a search, but other than that, it's
not necessary.
It's not necessary, and I mostly charge it. And then the best card of the deck.
Oh, this is dirty.
Foiled this boy out. He is insane.
Dirty.
Andonic Warrior Anguilla. So crit, Bond 2, when you got Slug's army on field, when you swing with this card, your opponent drops a card from hand. Now, when you're playing against round 2, I never saw any Taos this tournament. I'm more than happy because people did not expect this deck. So when I played, if I thought I was going to see a Tau, what I normally do at locals is if I've got Wings out and they play the Tau, just swing with leader, combo off the Wings, then the Bond 2 effect goes away. So then I don't have to drop any cards. I know my opponent doesn't have to, but at the end of the day, I'm still swinging them with crit pressure. They'll still have to drop cards from hand if they want to counter it, but Wings and Anguilla put so much work in for me today. Then we move on to the card that came out in set 6 and made this deck great, as well as Wings, is Lord Slug, Agent of Destruction. You mostly play this from the Young Again effect, or you tap 2 to play it from hand. When you play this card, drop a card, easy. And then active main, once per turn, 1 green energy, you play any Slug's army, and most of the time it's this. So for 3 energy, you're getting a 6 energy play, or if you're playing it again with the card I'm going to show you after, you can literally get a 10 energy play for just 4 energy. It's insane what this deck can do. And then the big boy himself, Lord Slug Young Again, Bond 2, auto, when you got Slug's army on field. When you play him, you untap an energy and you play any Slug's army. Most of the time I don't normally play this with it.
Yeah, because you discard when you play.
But I realised the better play is to just straight up play Anguilla, because then you can just keep swinging, dropping cards as well as crit pressure. And one thing I realized with this is playing against apes and other cards, you have not got to swing at leader, because if you swing with leader, you're just going to give them hand size, which is what the deck's not really about. So I use this to attack their battle cards, like the apes or their babies or their digging deep Vegetas if you're playing baby.
Yeah.
But they're mostly just beaters, and then this puts in work.
Oh, of course it does.
EX Evolve for 2, drop a card from hand, double strike, bond 3, drop 3. Just what a card. Honestly, it does work. Anyway, the non-Slugs Army cards. 2 Kami, against blue.
Green Bargos.
Yeah, Green Borgos. Hasn't taken away any of my opponent's energy as of yet, but it puts them under pressure not to play Beans or Unyielding Spirit Trunks. 2 Krillin.
For the Tau.
For the Tau, I've got 2 in the sideboard, which we'll see later. But this has also helped me against decks that, like Baby, if they play the 1-drop Baby turn 1, tap 2, play Krillin, pop it. Krillin puts in a lot of work and just gets rid of anything that's annoying. He's really good for the mirror against wings. I haven't played a mirror yet. This I put in last minute. Surprise attack Freezer.
I can see why you put it in. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, swing with this or the other 20k beater, pop one of their 5ks like Dark Power Black Mass Saiyan or Trunks or whatever, and then bring this out for nothing and apply more crit pressure. Honestly, really good addition to the deck.
This just makes too much. This just makes too much sense.
4 Sayonels. I took this out 2 months ago for Paragus, and it was the best decision I ever made because Assimilate is just an amazing card. 2 Iskais.
Double strike crit.
I'm going to be swapping these out for Judge Promo Champers that I traded for earlier. Honestly, love this. Early pressure, give your leader crit, swing. When you're on 5 life, combo, and then combo, super combo on 5 life.
They're not taking that. It's a 30k double. It's a 30k double strike crit.
If they're taking it, they're gonna. They take it. If they don't, they're dropping an amazing amount of cards just to make this
at least
work.
3 cards from hand.
It's too easy. This was for U6, and I never saw any U6 players. And I saw one, which is your friend.
Yeah.
Shout out. Unfortunately, it didn't really do much. I was thinking about maybe swapping this out for the 1-drop Gohans. And
One with the crit.
One with crit. So just apply more crit pressure. Negates, I played 3 Sacrifice, 2 Shock and Death Ball. This put in work against Baby. I didn't see my wings turn 1, just swang with leader for crit. And then leave it untapped. They play the 1-drop Baby. Negate, pop the Baby. That puts them back. They can't union into. And then this just
Makes, yeah.
for Namekian leaders, you just have to play this.
It's sparking without the sparking.
This I swapped. I put in instead of Hidden Power of the Saiyans.
It's a better card.
It's a better card because it just goes through no matter what. If you're playing Janemba, which is my favourite match to play, they have no battle cards that are 5 or less, so everything they play goes into this. And I did it once against the Great Ape Baby deck, the Great Ape Broly deck that I played in top 16 when they were playing the 8, but they still ended up destroying me. So, but it's so much better than Hidden Power. And finally, 4 Assimilates, just to search super combos or your slugs, and the alternative win con.
Yeah.
I never actually played this once this weekend. I'm thinking about maybe taking it out for something else. Don't know what yet, but it put in work. And then finally, sideboard.
Yep.
2 Father Son Kamehameha for the Baby.
Yep.
I'm going to take this out for Slumber Strike though. 2 TM for Janemba.
Makes sense.
1 Tau for the Mirror.
Yep.
2 Supreme Kai Time for Skillless. 1 Masayan for any sort of field removal. This I'm going to take out for Toa, the 3-drop Toa, which does the same thing, but it gives you leader a 5k boost, but it's still a good card. 1 Unexpected Turn, never used it once. 1 No Escape for Red Gogeta. 2 Krillin for the Tau, and 1 Dimensional Banisher Fu for Baby.
Yep.
And
Makes
yeah,
sense.
that's the deck profile.
Cool.
Do you want to see the packs?
Do the event packs, and we'll do like Just gonna move those out of the way.
So what happened in top 16 then?
So in top 16, I ended up coming up against a blue-yellow Broly ape deck, and it was easy wins for him. Like, he just overwhelmed me with so much. And even though he got the game 1 win because of my deck list problem, we still ended up playing a friendly, and he still beat me then because it was just a good deck. Oh, no escapes from Goku.
Could you speak more about the deck list problem?
But the Great Apes or Slug?
Why you got the game 1 loss?
So I already explained that earlier in the video. And
Fair enough.
also, one thing I realised with Slug is when you come up against decks that go wide, it's hard to go against them. Ooh, time regulator, take that. Another Vidal. To be fair, I got most of these, not got a time regulator yet. But a lot of things that I realised with this deck is if you come up against decks that go wide very early, you don't take the life for the crits, just keep taking the life, get your hand size up, and then you can start dropping cards. And honestly, things like this put in way too much work against aggro decks like Broly. I'll tell you my game list. So, first game I came up against Trinember, which was my favourite matchup to play. Second game was a Toa, difficult, but it's more about who can drop whose hand size first. Game 3 I came up against the baby, and like I said, I popped the baby, and I wasn't letting him get his plays off. Then I went on a 2-game losing streak against a Toa and a baby. Like I said, ironic. Then I played a Trinember again, so that put me back into it. That was game 6. Game 7, I played a Broly BR green, which I thought, okay, this is the end. And yet, what I did was I ended up going crit pressure early, making them take the life. They got down to 4, then they took 1 for the 3, and then I just swang and I actually won with the wings, giving it double strike in the last minute because it's such a good card. And then last game was against U6 Broly, like I mentioned earlier. That was fun. And yeah, honestly, it was a good tournament, and I'm just so glad to have come out with this.
And the invite to Brussels.
Oh, bro. Worlds. I am going to Worlds with this. I am going to make Slug great again. I promise you that.
You've said it on camera now, and on video. This is going up, and you have to do it now.
Guys, make Slug great again.
Hashtag me.
Slug at Brussels.
We're seeing Slug at Brussels. Calling it now.
Cool.
So, quick last comment.
Sure.
Why do you think it did so well? Do you think people just didn't expect it and didn't sideboard Tau?
Yeah, literally that was the one thing. Tau was not here. Nobody expected it. I was probably one of the only players in sideboard who was playing a Tau because I was worried about coming up against a mirror match. And yet, for some reason, nobody thought that this was going to be played. And I was like, I'll just take full advantage of that. Everyone's just expecting U6. Everybody's expecting Toa. Everybody's expecting
Apes,
Janemba. This is Janemba's worst nightmare, and that's why I love this deck so much.
Well, congratulations on top 16.
Thank you very much.